Well, thank you, Ben. Good morning to you and to everybody on the show. It is a very sad moment for my country, Kenya, and I would want to, at this point in time, join millions across this nation and across the world to offer my condolences to the bereaved families, and with the same breath wish those who are perishing and languishing in various hospitals amidst the doctor's strike a very quick recovery. I do hope that God will provide peace in doses to the affected families. Again, it is important to note that what you have alluded to, there are two fundamental concerns here. One is the mere fact that before you get to Limuru from Nairobi, there is a directive that is quite particular that all trucks have to deviate towards Mai Mahiu and come out from Naivasha, if at all they were going Western Kenya. For those proceeding towards Narok and Kisii, there is a diversion going that way. So the mere fact that this particular truck circumvented this most fundamental requirement is something that ought to be investigated. Whether it is because he's from Uganda and therefore cannot properly read the Kenyan signs is something that our police investigators ought to really move in swiftly to determine exactly what caused that accident. Secondly, the timing. The accident happened at around 8 p.m. There has been a directive that from 6 p.m. no truck should be on the Kenyan roads. And this is not just peculiar to Kenyan roads. It happens in Tanzania. In fact, in Tanzania, even certain buses cannot travel under the cover of darkness. So these are laws that the drafters had very good intentions, and perhaps deriving from history, what has happened, many lives we have lost, many people who have perished, many people who've gotten injured as a result. So these are laws that we really need to take care of. But again, finally, on the same, these are very new bumps, barely 6 months old. In fact, I drive a lot along that road going to my home in Kisumu. And when they were just new on the road, there wasn't any sign indicating that, a bump is ahead of you. Secondly, on the same, these bumps were not even marked at the time. I don't know whether they are now, but I still doubt. So it becomes very difficult for one to know without a sign that there is a bump. In fact, I hit that bump, almost swerved by the wayside, but by God's grace, I managed to steer the car onto the right direction on the same road. So everybody would be susceptible to this kind of happening, especially in areas where there is no mark and the bumps are not really designed in a way that you definitely know with certainty that there is a bump ahead of you. So Ben,
all right,
my country is in deep trouble, but I would want to finish by saying that if we had ambulances and we had health facilities along the way, we could have been able to rescue certain lives. But you see, the way our system is designed
right,
by a health facility in Naivasha, perhaps the ambulance together with the fire brigade all the way from Nakuru, we really need to move into the modern digital society by embracing all these changes.
All right,
Ben.
thank you, Jared Okello there, of course. Just trying to get reactions on what is happening, the developing story we are covering for you here. It is 11 a.m. this morning, and we shall attempt to have a look at our normal political discussions. And we wanted to talk about what's happening in the opposition in Kenya, political opposition, with the National Super Alliance mooted